Hello and potentially welcome back. Second game of a doubleheader here for day 2 of the Hill City Classic from Turner Gymnasium here in Lynchburg, Virginia. The Hornets just had their first game of the day. That was a thriller that went to 5 sets. Lynchburg ultimately fell to Greensboro, losing that last frame 15-13. However, career performances from sophomore Ava Meinhardt along with the freshman Leah DiNardo. Those two combined for a total of 30 kills. Now the Hornets will take on North Carolina Wesleyan. We do apologize for this game. We will not have a scoreboard or graphics. Running 2 streams right now with women's soccer outside as the first serve from Leak runs out of bounds. It'll be a 1-0 advantage here for Wesleyan. The Hornets versus the Pride. Or pardon me, no, we just have Pride still up from the last game, rather. That was the Greensboro Pride. Tossed up to Spainhour. She'll get another crack at it. Leak tosses it up. Clark to Spainhour. A good recovery right there from Wesleyan, but an attacking error off the arms of Gibson. A free ball across the way for Lynchburg. Clark over to Spainhour, and that one sent back. Kovic with the return. They'll lay one up top. What a play from Clark. Leaks right there as well. Torrey sends it the other way. And the kill from Kovic. The Bishops up 3-1. Keogh's attempt runs wide. And a service ace right there from the Bishops as well. 5-1 Wesleyan leads. Vasquez lines it up once again. And back-to-back aces. Clark couldn't get a good handle of that one. It's a 6-1 advantage here in the first set. The sophomore out of Tampa, Florida. Vasquez over. Here's Leak. Meinhardt gets the tool out of bounds. Meinhardt with her first points of the second game today. 6-2 Bishops lead. Meinhardt gets the ace. What a day and what a weekend it's been for the sophomore Meinhardt. Had a big-time ace in the 3rd set of the last game today. Here's the 6-3 serve. A little bit of deception right there from Sloan Martin. This senior showing off a little bit of experience. Martin second in points here for the Bishops. And another miscue here from the Hornets. Slow starts has really been an issue in the last couple of games. Nonetheless, the two prior games they've had, both here in Turner, they were able to win the first set despite starting a little bit slow. And they can certainly pick it up quick. There with a point to make it an 8-4 deficit, as Taylor and Spots will check in for Leak and Spainauer. Taylor back to serve for the Hornets. Up top, Spots finds the back line. 5-3 Bishops. Taylor's right there. Now Clark over to Spots. Spots once again looking for that back line, but Smith is right there. But DiNardo sends it back the other way. The 6-foot freshman dominating at the net. Here's Keogh. Over the other way to Kovic. Now DiNardo. Can't be contained. DiNardo picking up right where she left off, a career high in the prior game with 16 kills. Taylor with an ace. Tied up at 8-8. Taylor lets it go. The dig leader in Smith underneath it and sets up her teammate in Forker. Beautiful. The middle hitter out of Longmont, Colorado, gives the Bishops the advantage, 9-8 once again. Taylor up for Spots. At that back line, it's Kovic. And contact with the net will make it a 9-9 score once again. Keogh. A free ball here for the Hornets. She makes it look so easy. DiNardo. 10-9 Hornets. And this is a big game for Lynchburg. They've fallen under 500 after that loss this morning. Now 5-6 on the season. They got off to a great start this year. Opened up the campaign 3-0. Winning their first 3 games of the Cougar Classic with a big win against Methodist, I might add. That was their first game of the season. It was a big one. It went to 5 sets. That's a very accomplished team that's looked phenomenal through the start of this season. And they fell to Methodist, which was probably the toughest match they had at the Cougar Classic to open up the year, as there's an emphatic block from Vasquez to make it an 11-10 Bishops lead. So you start 3-0 in your first 3 games, 3-1 if you're just looking at that opening tournament at the Cougar Classic. And a win at Southern Virginia, and that's kind of when things started to take a turn in the wrong direction as it goes out of play. Last touch by Kovic for an 11-11 score. You have your toughest 3-game stretch of the year with 2 top 30 opponents and then one of, if not the toughest teams you'll play in the ODAC against Randolph-Macon, as his service error makes it a 12-11 game. You play Mary Washington in Fredericksburg. It's a 4-set loss, losing 3-1. Then Gettysburg, once again on that neutral site, still at Mary Washington. That one went to 5 sets. And you play Randolph-Macon in a Code Red game that you really feel like you could have had, just behind the complete energy from that crowd. And it was a slow start from Lynchburg as well. The Hornets started that matchup down 2 sets, and they were really, really tight in that first one. Went back and forth. Randolph-Macon eventually pulled it out with a late run, controlled in that second set. And then after back-to-back wins from the Hornets in the second and third, from the third and fourth set, I might say, it felt like it was anyone's game going into the fifth, but Randolph-Macon just really leaned on their power and their talented outside hitters towards the late stages of that game, as Meinhardt makes it a 13-12 score. And that was a tough one to drop, especially in your home opener. Nonetheless, I mean, the team that showed up, especially towards the latter half of that game against Randolph-Macon, looked like a completely different team that we saw at the beginning of the year. They certainly showed a lot of progress as Spainhour dunks one down to tie it up at 13 apiece. Then they come out in the Hill City Classic. You drop your opening game to William Peace. It was tight in every single set. Just William Peace seemed to have the edge against Lynchburg in every single one of them. And once again, Coach Cardoza mentioned in the post-game press conference, he felt like the team just came out a little bit flat. As we will head to a quick break, we'll step aside for a quick moment. Just about 60 seconds. Hornets lead 14-13 here in the first set on LHSN. And we welcome you back in. 14-13 here in the first set. Lynchburg with the advantage. Beautiful attack right there from the Bishops, painting that outside line. As we were mentioning, the Hornets here coming to this affair 5-6. And the Hill City Classic so far just 1-2. A big win last night against LaGrange. It was really that front line that came alive as one ball ricochets off the arms of Keogh for a service ace coming from the sophomore Gibson. And today, an absolute nail-biter. But it does feel like Lynchburg is in every single one of these games. They've only been swept once so far this season. That was against Methodist in their 4th game of the season. Other than that, everything's been 4 and 5 sets. A little bit of miscommunication right there from the Hornet squad. Makes it 16-14 in advantage of the Bishops, and Cardoza's going to want to talk things over. Well, actually keep things here during this brief intermission. When we look at the season outlook for the Hornets, I mean, they have really been tight in almost every single game they've played. They've gone to 5 sets, a total of 6 times already this year through their 11 games. 4 times they've gone to 4 sets as well. And after this matchup, they really get into that ODAC play. They'll have a game at Bridgewater and Shenandoah next week, then return back here and play in-town rival Randolph. And you only have 4 more non-conference games before you get things rolling into conference play. And what's good is when you're playing those, what I'll call top-of-the-ladder teams in the ODAC, like Randolph-Macon and Virginia Wesleyan, you do have them at home, which does bode well in your favor. Nonetheless, you really want to get things going in the right direction, be around 500 or above when you head into that conference play, and this is a great chance to do so. Virginia Wesleyan, on the other hand, North Carolina Wesleyan, coming into this matchup, they sit at 1-4. They won their first matchup at the Maroon Classic. It was a sweep against Hollins. Since then, it's been tough sailing for North Carolina Wesleyan, as there's a great rejection on the inside from Vasquez. 17-14 Bishop's lead. Since their first win, a sweep against Hollins, they've been swept 3 times and claimed only 1 set in a 3-1 loss against Randolph. Interestingly enough, out of their limited sample size schedule so far this year, in only 5 games, they've played Randolph twice, as the Bishops now out in front 18-14. This could be a big jolt of momentum here for Wesleyan, as Meinhardt sends one out of play. Or pardon me, that was a tool. Point goes to the Hornets. Kill credited to Meinhardt, rather. It's 18-15. Williamson from the back line. They'll set it up to Vasquez. Kovic. Whistle right there on the Hornets. It's 19-15. You gotta wonder if Lynchburg is mainly somewhat feeling the effects of playing a doubleheader back-to-back. Here's Spainauer. The Bishops will send one across. Keogh gives it a whirl. Great dig right there from Gibson. Kovic, dug out by Leak. Clark sends it across. Now here come the Bishops, but just too much on it. It's Simmons. 16-19. Simmons pops it up to Kovic. Leak over to Kaylee Keogh. Keogh with a kill. 17-19 Hornets trail. Meinhardt puts it away. Kovic once again. Kovic with a kill. Kovic, certainly someone you always want to have an eye on. She's come out hot here today, leading this team with 3 kills thus far. And another point there for the Bishops. Beautifully done by Lunsford. the freshman setter out of Newark, Georgia. 21-17. Leak up to Spainhour. Good recovery from the Bishops. Leak tries a little bit of deception, but Lunsford's right there. Keogh gives him a free ball. Lunsford really causing issues, but the Hornets able to solve them. Great teamwork by the Hornets right there. Makes it an 18-21 score here in the first set. This is the 10th meeting between these two programs. Lynchburg does control the series 7-2. The Hornets have won their most recent 4 matchups, with the Bishops giving them a run for their money here in the opening set. 22-18, Bishops lead. Here's Keogh, sent back out of bounds. A blocking error right there from the Bishops, and it's a 19-22 score. Great block from DiNardo. Hornets crawling back into it. 22-20, Bishops lead. And they can't get it across. 1-point game. Timeout, Bishops. Will step aside, 22-21, Bishops leading here in the first set.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
And we welcome you back in. 21-22 our score here in the first set. Bishops leading. Dug out by Clark. Leak up top. Just trying to get it across. And what a play right there from the Bishops. It's Foraker recording the kill. Taylor up for spots. Kill recorded by Vasquez. And the Bishops are 1 point away from winning their second set in 5 games. And they've done it. That's a big one for the Bishops. 25-21 is our score through the first set. Frame number 2 upcoming here from Turner Gymnasium.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
I am a junior from Raleigh, North Carolina. I am a marketing major with a digital media marketing minor. I chose to come to the University of Lynchburg because, first of all, the golf program was new and it was starting up, so I was really intrigued by that idea. And then the class sizes here are also really similar to what I had in high school. And that was really good for me because it meant I would have a good relationship with my professor. So when I did have to miss for golf, the professor knew me and being able to make up the work would be easier than if I went to a bigger school. What I like about the campus is walking around, everyone's just friendly in general. And first of all, it's a beautiful campus, but everyone around here is smiling and they're having fun. And it just has a really homey feel that is something that I really enjoy. What I liked about the athletic department here is the facilities are really nice. We have an indoor facility that is designated for us. And then something else that I really enjoyed is the coaches and the athletic directors are very involved in players' school and just golf in general. So it's nice knowing that you have a community around you to help you if you need help.
And we welcome you back in Game 2, Day 2 of the Hill City Classic. It's the Lynchburg Hornets and the North Carolina Wesleyan Bishops. Bishops claim set number 1, their first set in 2 games. Just their second 1 set in 5 games. New libero in for the Hornets as they watch the opening serve sail out of bounds. Abby Barlow checks in for the first time today in place of Morgan Clark. Dug out by Barlow over to Leak. And finishing it off is Meinhardt. Barlow's someone that brings a lot of great energy to this team. You can always see it in pregame warm-ups. She's someone that always seems like she's having a good time out there. As a service error from the Hornets make it a 2-1 ball game. Keogh with a kill. 3-1 Lynchburg. And Meinhardt, the second service error of this set early on. has provided both points for the Bishops here in frame number 2. And how about this serving? The only points here for the Bishops in set number 2. 1 on an ace, 2 on 2 Lynchburg errors. Dug out by Williams. Keogh with an attack. Block right there. Kovic tries to put it away, but too far wide, and it's 4-3 Hornets. Taylor and Spots now in for Lynchburg. Spots with a good recovery. Barlow shoots one over. Dig by Simmons. A good block from the Hornets, but a great recovery from Smith. A diving play from Taylor. Keogh shoots it over. What a play from DiNardo right there to keep it rolling. Barlow tries to keep it alive, but is stepped behind it. 4-4. Taylor up top for Spots. A good attack right there from Sloan Martin. Tooled off the arms of the Lynchburg Hornets, ran at the net. 5-5 our score. Here in the second set, Bishops leading 1-0. And a great play made right there from Tori Williamson. Put the Hornets out in front 6-5. Good block right there from Meinhardt. Bishop's attack is out of bounds. It was Martin once again. 7-5 Hornets. Barlow pops it up. Williamson with the kill. It was the libero Smith right there, but couldn't control the heat-seeking missile. 8-5 Lynchburg. A good touch right there from the Bishops. It's Williams. Another one of these Bishops freshmen. 8-6. Williamson with a dig. Taylor up top. Meinhardt throws it down. 9-6 Hornets. And an ace from Leak. And we'll get a timeout here from the Bishops as they trail 10-6 here in the second set.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. That's what you have here tonight. That's what you've earned here tonight. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
(10-6) our score here in the second set. And the Hornets make it 11-6. Leak back-to-back aces from that back line. Hornets trailing by a set, looking to tie it up. Up top for Vasquez, sent right back by Meinhardt. What a weekend it has been for Meinhardt. The 12-6 serve. It's a beauty. Another ace. Leak. That's her third ace of this match. Make it 4. Showing no signs of slowing down. Little bit of a heat check right there from Leak. Leak had 3 aces in the first match today. Already surpassed that with 4 just on that string right there. A great block from the front line. It's Vasquez sending it back. 14-8, Hornets lead. Dig by Barlow, over to Leak. Now Williamson says return to sender. (15-8), Hornets out in front. Great dig from Williamson right there. Now Keogh, a deflection at the front line from Vasquez. An absolute laser coming from Martin. Makes it 15-9. Leak up top for Keogh. Flirted with going over the net right there off the dig from Kovic. (16-9), Meinhardt. A little touch from Vasquez. They go back up top for Martin. Now here's Spainhour. What a dig right there. But it won't be enough. The cannon from Spainhour makes it 17-9. What a serve right there from Meinhardt. For a moment, it looked like Kovic was going to be there to dig that one out, but just seemed to die on her biceps. That'll give us an 18-9 score as we head to a brief intermission timeout from the Bishops.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Hello and welcome back into Turner Gymnasium. Game 2 of Day 2 of the Hill City Classic. It's the Lynchburg Hornets and NC Wesleyan Bishops. Hornets lead 18-9. They get 18-10 after a service error right there that just barely missed that outside edge. Bishops lead 1-0 after claiming the first set. Leak up top for Keogh, climbs the ladder, great dig by Gibson. Now here's Kovic, sent back by Spainhour. And finding the gap is Forker. And the Wesleyan bench is loving it. What a dive from Leak. And what a block from DiNardo, still alive. It's a free ball. They're going to say one too many taps. 19-11 here in the second set. A fun Saturday filled with athletics. Second game here today for the Hornets in Turner. Women's soccer also on the field today, their home opener. Feel free to bounce back and forth with me and Evan Gates as he runs the show in the press box over there. 20-11 after the Lynchburg score right there. Up top for Kovic. 20-12. And an ace. Here come the Bishops. 20-13. DiNardo can't get it across. A quick 4-0 run right here from Wesleyan. Dug out by Barlow. Taylor up top for DiNardo. Tic-tac-toe. That's exactly how you draw it up for the Hornets. And when you get DiNardo in rhythm like that, she can be so tough to stop. And an ace by Keough makes it 22-14. Keough's first ace of the day. Taylor up to DiNardo. Once again, DiNardo with another kill. 23-14. Looking for DiNardo. Eyes it, buys it. (24-14). Keough with the serve. It's a short one. Scooped up by Martin. Now Martin will just try and keep it alive. What a play. DiNardo once again. Great dig right there from the Bishops. Now Kovic just tries to tap it over. Hornets keep it alive. Not sure what the call is here, and it seems like the Hornets don't either. And we'll get a quick meeting between the officials. It looked to be a clean play. We have seen an inadvertent whistle and a changed call once today. So they will replay the point. (24-14), the Hornets with a chance to close out this second set right here. Nice little touch right there. Barlow trying to set up spots. Right at that back line, it's dug out by Phillip. Martin sends it across. Keough returns the favor. Now looking for Kovic. But an attacking error closes out the second frame. Tied up at 1-1. We head to the third set here on LHSN.
Private education is too expensive? Think again. At the University of Lynchburg, you can get a personalized education for the cost of a state school. If you're commuting and you get our top scholarships, you could pay much less. And you get all that without the hassle of giant lecture halls. Our faculty know your name here and do more than just teach. You might even do research together and plan out your next career. Every great college has a great city. For Lynchburg, we are near urban areas with lots of restaurants, shopping, and events. Plus, we are one of the top schools in the area. Come see for yourself.
A lot of people go to the universities to find something to be a part of while getting their education. And when you come here, Lynchburg is that something, it becomes a family. It's what this school's really good at doing.
Welcome back and happy Saturday here from Turner Gymnasium. Game 2 of day 2 of the Hill City Classic. It's been a fun one so far, back and forth in our first game, a 5-set matchup between Greensboro and the Hornets. So far today, more of the same, 1-1 through 2 sets. Wesleyan took the first one, their second one set in the last 5 matches they've had, but a good response from the Hornets in the second. And Leak will tee things up with his service error. Her second error of the match so far, but also 4 aces to go along from that back line. So 1-0 Bishop's lead. Dug out by Barlow, over to Leak, up top Williamson. Tooled off the arm of Kayla Simmons. And Williamson ties it up at 1-1. Martin throws it up for Simmons. Now Leak up for Keogh, sent back by Simmons. Two 2-1 Bishops. And a service error right there from Vasquez. Brings us even once again, 2-2. What a kill right there from Spainhour. Great awareness. Climbed the ladder and sent it right back to the floor. It has been so great just to have everything back up and running here in Lynchburg. After that brief hiatus over the summertime, fall sports now up and running. In the first 2 weeks of the season, we only had 2 home games, both from field hockey out on Schellenberger. They were both wins, so we got things started off on a good note. The first game here in Turner was this last Wednesday in that Code Red matchup against Randolph-Macon, and that was such an environment to be a part of. The whole gym was rocking. Great to see the students come out and support their peers and classmates here with women's volleyball. 4-3 up and away. Leak a diving save, but it's going to take one too many to get across. And we'll go back to even at 4 apiece. Then this last Thursday, men's soccer got their home opener, a dominant win for the Hornets in that matchup. They had 2 goals in the first 4 minutes of that. A lot of offense to get things up and running. There's a diving dig from Barlow, sets up Keogh, but it's sent back by Martin. Barlow once again up top for Spainhour. Beautiful dig, but Spainhour sticks with it. It's like a pogo stick, always finding herself back in the air. 5-4 Hornets lead as Taylor and Spots return to the floor. And today, women's soccer, as we previously mentioned towards the top of this broadcast, kicking off their home slate today on Schellenberger Field. Kill from Foraker right there, snuck past the arms of the brick wall of the Lynchburg middle blocker. 5-5. That women's soccer game right now at the half as DiNardo puts one down. What a day from her it has been. We mentioned it previously. DiNardo set a new career high. Granted, just a freshman, so starting to get things rolling, but 16 kills just on her own. That is certainly something to see. Ava Meinhardt as well, tied a career high, this sophomore with 15 kills. Those two certainly put on a show in that first game today. 6-6, serve is away. Great recovery right there from Williamson. Spots has her swing sent back. Now it'll be Williamson. Dug out right there from Smith. Barlow returns the favor. Now Williamson looking for a gap but can't find it. Kovic diving to keep it alive. Taylor sets it up. DiNardo can't finish the job. What a rally. It's Vasquez putting an exclamation point at the end of it. Bishops with their first lead here in the third set, 7-6. DiNardo out of bounds. Or, pardon me. They'll reward the point to the Hornets. 7-7 our score. Great dig right there from Barlow. And a whistle blows this one dead. Point rewarded to the Bishops. Cardozo looks to be a little confused with the calls. They'll make his way over to the scores table. Might have a quick word with our officiating crew. He will. Understandably so. Now turning to his players, asking if they saw something that he didn't. Nonetheless, it'll be an 8-7 serve here for the Bishops. It's Martin with an ace. A great mixture of veteran and young talent on this Wesleyan roster. Martin, one of those seniors that's really putting the work today. As what a play right there from Smith, diving to keep it going. Up top for Williams. Tori Williamson. We've got to coin her with some kind of nickname. There's something there. Kill Will, Windmill Williamson. TBD. Leak. Her 5th ace of the match. 8th of the day. 9-9 our score. Wesleyan can't get that one to drop, but a beautiful block. Vasquez has been so difficult to get around today. The two towers up in front in Vasquez and Simmons have made life difficult for Lynchburg. 10-9 Bishop's lead. Leak upstairs for Williams. The Bishops had a chance at it right there, but a tough one to corral. Brings us to 10-10. Kovic. A high arcing kill. A beautiful touch. Right there gives the Bishops an 11-10 lead. Leak going up for Keogh. Once again sent back. This time it's Forker. Leak tees it up for Meinhardt, and Meinhardt gets it done. Three touches for the Bishops after that attack right there from Meinhardt, but it didn't feel like they had any of them under control. Regardless, they still control the scoreboard 12-11. And just like that, ties back up at 12. Here in the third set, both teams with a chance to reclaim the lead. Keogh tried to keep it alive, but a tip off that top post gives us a 13-12 Bishop lead. Kovic with a kill. The Wesleyan bench coming alive. 14-12. Dug out by Barlow, over to Leak. Keogh with a spike. Spots in Taylor, check into the scores table to return to the floor for the Hornets. They trail by one. DiNardo sticking with it. A free ball here for the Hornets, but it won't stay in bounds. Trading blows, tied up at 14. And a beautiful strike right there from Foraker. Bishops controlled throughout here in the third set. Here's Spots, too much juice. Lynchburg strikes 15-16 as we approach the final stages of this third frame. Kept alive by spots. Keogh sends it over. Rejection at the net from Lynchburg. And here come the Hornets. Martin trying to get a little fancy with it right there, but it results in an attacking error and a Lynchburg lead, 17-16. A short serve and a phenomenal return right there. Foraker, the junior middle hitter, punches it over and ties us back up. Now it's 17 apiece. Whistle blows this one dead. We'll replay that point. Not exactly sure what just happened. Dig from Barlow. Taylor puts it back. Spots over that front line. And great placement. Martin up top for Williams. Taylor up. Meinhardt. 19-17. Tied up at one set apiece. And a timeout from Wesleyan. Hornets up by 2, looking to claim their second set. We'll step aside on Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. (19-17) here as the Hornets look to take their second set against North Carolina Wesleyan, but the Bishops cut the deficit in half after a kill from Williams. An ace from Martin. Tied up at 19, Martin lets it fly. Dug out by Barlow. Meinhardt with the attack. Now Martin shoots it across. A three-point roll all started here from Martin. Bishop's out in front, 20-19, a 3-0 run since the timeout. Keogh, Taylor, Williams. Out of bounds, Williamson once again. This Hornet team with so many different ways to beat you. In that first game, it was all DiNardo and Meinhardt. In this second affair, it's really been a good share of Spainhour and Williamson. And a beautiful touch right there from Simmons. 21-20, Bishop's lead. A crucial stage here in the back half of set number 3. Williamson rejected at the net. It's Vasquez yet again. And now a 2-point advantage here for the Bishops. 22-20. Williamson with a beautiful finish. A cross-court kill. Makes it 21-22. Punched across by Vasquez. Set up for Meinhardt. But they'll say she didn't get that one cleanly. (23-21), a big swing right there. Barlow over to Lika, free ball. And a poor set right there from Martin. Makes it 22-23. Wesleyan leading. Martin up. Great dig from the Hornets. They find themselves in a little bit of trouble, but Keogh gets it across. Now Martin up top for Simmons, a touch. Spainhour couldn't get there in time. Bishop's now 1 point away. Lynchburg needs at least 2 more points to keep this one going. Leak across the court for Keogh. Tools it off of the arms of Foraker. Once again, another big spot right here. 24-23. Taylor and Spots check in. Taylor will serve it for the Hornets from the back line. Barlow up for Keogh, a little touch. Now Martin, too many times. Knotted up at 24. And another timeout taken here from the Bishops. Stick with us. End of the third set coming up after this.
65 years ago, Virginia Farm Bureau made our local farmers a promise to protect and preserve the way of life they work so hard to establish. Today, our insurance agents work to protect all Virginians, not just farmers. But the original promise remains, And when you have insurance with Virginia Farm Bureau, you're an important part of upholding it. So help keep Virginia, Virginia. Talk to your local Farm Bureau insurance agent today.
Every great college has a great city. For Lynchburg, we are near urban areas with lots of restaurants, shopping, and events. Plus, we are one of the top schools in the area. Come see for yourself.
Tied up at one set apiece. And 24-24 here in the third. Taylor will let it go for the Hornets. Dug out by Smith. Over to Martin. They go up top. Rejected by DiNardo. They'll just push this one across, and miscommunication right there between Barlow and Williamson. We mentioned this during the first set. The Bishops had only won one set in their last 4 games coming into today. 4 matches, I should say, rather. Here in chance of claiming 2. Barlow, they swing it around. DiNardo. That'll get it done. Coach Cardoza said in the post-game press conference yesterday, we can't feed our middle hitters enough. You see why right there with DiNardo. Martin sets it up top. Barlow with a dig. Williamson right over to Smith. They look to Williams. But out of bounds. Sloan Martin coming to advocate. That's her second or third time visiting a near side official. 26-25, Lynchburg leads. Keough serves it across. Martin sets it up for Williams. Punches it across. Taylor up top. DiNardo. Great dig right there from the libero. DiNardo once again rejected, but that spot's able to recover it. This hit from Williamson just far. 26-26, back and forth we go. A seesaw of a match between these two teams. The libero in Smith lets it go right into the net. Tried to go short on this serve, but not enough to get it across. 27-26 for Barlow. Martin sets it up for Vasquez in a response from the Bishops. Simmons will come in here for the Bishops. Dug by Keough. Taylor up to Meinhardt. And another response right there from the Hornets. Now they bring in Spainhour and Leak. Leak has had a spectacular performance serving today for the Hornets. 8 aces through 2 games. 5 here in this match. Williamson pops it up. Leak will just give him a free ball. Nothing free about it. Leak finds the soft spot. It's 29-27 in the third set. Lynchburg takes a 2-1 advantage as we head to the 4th frame here on LHSN. all set and ready to go for frame number 4 here at Game 2 on Day 2 of the Hill City Classic. It's the Lynchburg Hornets leading the North Carolina Wesleyan Bishops 2-1. Lynchburg fell in their first match of today's doubleheader to Greensboro in 5 sets. They're looking just to split. DiNardo, or pardon me, Williamson. She almost jumped out of the gym. Thought she was DiNardo just by how high up she was on that far side. Oh my goodness. The 1-0 serve. And out of play. Martin set Simmons up phenomenally right there. Had an eye on that back line. Just a little too much heat. 2-0 Hornets lead. Martin up for Simmons once again, sent back by Spainhour. Leak pops it up, now over to Barlow, right back to Spainhour. Beautiful touch, batted around, Simmons pops it over. Williams finds Leak. Leak on the near side for Spainhour, rejected once again. Now Leak, cross court, Keogh tries to put it down, but a diving save right there from Smith keeps it alive and leads to a Bishop's point. We'll get a substitution here for the Hornets. Checking in for Lynchburg, it'll be Hayden Presea, the freshman out of Sayville, New York. Presea listed as a defensive specialist / libero as she gets to her knees to dig one out. All to set up Spainhour to do what she does best. 3-1 Hornets. And a service error right there from Lynchburg. Makes it 3-2. Dug out by Barlow, over to Leak. DiNardo with a beautiful touch. Great hustle right there from the Bishops. But too much swing on that kill attempt. Results in a Hornet point yet again. 4-2 as Taylor checks in to serve. Dug out by Gibson, over to Martin. Barlow, what a recovery, Barlow! Woo! Little bit of extra habanero on that serve from Taylor. And a timeout taken from the Bishops. Lynchburg leads 6-2 here in the 4th set. Looking to close things out in 4.
My name is Brittany Coleman. I graduated in 2014 and I have a major in chemistry and a minor in secondary education. And I'm currently teaching chemistry and 7th grade science at a local combined school. Being able to have access to your professors pretty much anytime they're in their office is really helpful, especially in difficult science subjects. I love that I am able to teach a difficult subject to students who typically aren't going to perceive it as enjoyable. I'm able to present it in an interesting way because I was presented this information in an interesting way. It's nice for me to be able to mirror what it was that influenced me to be able to teach.
And we welcome you back into the ball game. 6-2. Hornets lead as Taylor lets it fly. And Lynchburg once again keeping the momentum going. (7-2) serve here from Taylor. Oh my goodness, she's got a cannon. Make it 8-2, another ace right there from Taylor. Good recovery right there from Gibson to keep it alive. Taylor will tee it up. Keogh finds the open space. What a start here in the fourth for the Hornets. 9-2. A little bit of a heat check right there from Taylor. She just beamed that one, tried to keep it low and hot. Just nicked the top of that net. 9-3. Taylor up for DiNardo. Finesse with a capital F. A great swing right there from number 11, Foraker. Makes it 10-4, Hornet lead. Barlow, Taylor, too easy. 1, 2, 3. Your libero to your setter to your middle hitter. A free ball across. Taylor up top. Meinhardt. What a point right there from the Bishops. Checking in for Lynchburg, it'll be Cassie Blackmore. We saw a lot of Blackmore in yesterday's second matchup against LaGrange. Another player similar to Prusia that checks in as a defensive specialist. Taylor pops it up. Williamson, good dig right there from Smith. A phenomenal one right there from Taylor to keep it alive. And a whistle gives the point to the Bishops. Wesleyan now on a little bit of a run of their own. 11-6. Dig from Blackmore. Martin up top. Hits off the face of Taylor, but somehow using her head keeps it alive. But it's quickly killed from Vasquez. A burst here from the Bishops have tightened the deficit to just 4, and an ace right there makes it 3, 11-8. After a phenomenal serve off the arm of Jaden Smith. After the ace comes in error, extends that lead back out to 12-8. Well, just as we talk about serving, here comes Leak. A free ball across. Blackmore underneath it. Now Leak over to Williamson. A nice touch. Read by the Bishops, but a return from Williamson once again makes it 13-8. A beautiful attack from the front line. Cuts it back to 4. Simmons now coming back in. Here for Wesleyan. Spainhour finds the hole. Keogh heads to the scores table. She will check back in place of Blackmore. And a service error right there from Torrey. Hayden Procia now checks in for Torrey. What a kill right there. It's number 12, Spainhour once again. 15-10. Hornets leading 2-1. Beautiful kill from Kovic. Teed it up perfectly. Brings us to a 15-11 score. And an uncharacteristic attacking error from Bree. Not the cleanest set she's had all day, but certainly a type of play we're accustomed to seeing her make. Bree, an easy toss the other way. Great play from Leak just to keep it going, but nobody was home. Quick little 3-0 run here from Wesleyan. 13-15. Barlow up to Leak, and a soft touch from DiNardo. Every single time it's gone like that, it's been a point for the Hornets. That 1-2-3 punch, the most dangerous relay for this Hornet team. (16-13) for Taylor, who is dangerous her last time serving for Lynchburg. And you see why difficulty already. Procia with a nice dig, sets up DiNardo, and she'll finish the job. The setters for Lynchburg have been unbelievable serving. Easy free ball here for the Hornets. Now on the attack is Spots. Great save right there from Smith to keep it alive. Barlow pops it up for Taylor. Taylor, DiNardo, in. Snuck it in the back corner. Lynchburg back out in front by 5. A nice diving attempt from Taylor, but a tad behind it. 18-14. Out of bounds. Point Hornets. A good rally right here. Taylor up for spots. Slips right through the fingertips of the Bishops. Hornets now with their largest lead here in the 4th frame. And we'll get a timeout from the Bishops. 20-14 our score. Lynchburg just 5 points away from closing out here in the 4th set. (20-14) our score here in the 4th set. Lynchburg out in front. Keogh shoots this one across. Martin tries to set it herself. Barlow pops it over. And some miscommunication right there from the Bishops offense gives Lynchburg a 7-point advantage. 21-14. Keogh with a great serve. It'll be a free ball the other way. Taylor up for DiNardo. A beautiful touch. DiNardo once again. And another ace. 23-14. Lynchburg just 2 points away. Keogh went to the exact same spot. Williamson, a nice attack. Martin trying to get out in front of it. Couldn't get the whole piece. 24-14. Martin, a sneak attack. Hornets just need 1 point to seal the victory. Who else but DiNardo? The freshman closes this one out. Lynchburg takes the 4th and final set, 25-15, winning in 4, 3-1. A great day for Hornet Athletics. Lynchburg splits their 2 games, going 1-1. Women's soccer out in Schellenberger still going on if you want to tune into that. They're up 2-0 against Marymount as we speak. Well, that will do it. Lynchburg Volleyball will have their next matchup next week on the road at Bridgewater. We'll have all the updates on the website and social media for you. But that will do it for us here today from Turner Gymnasium. A special thank you to our directors, Ethan Moratsky and Josh Smith. Also, Jonathan Faust just doing a little bit of everything. He's a jack of all trades. Running camera, directing, producing. He can do everything except make a three-pointer. This guy's a stud. We appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, and have a great Saturday.